Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? It's almost like the football gods are teasing us with the Saints. They're 4-8. They're terrible. They're going nowhere. We all know it. But they're in last place, but they're 2 games in the loss column out of first place. And they have 3 division games left. One of them against Tampa, who obviously leads the division. That'll be on Monday Night Football. So mathematically, the Saints are still very much... I can't even say it out laughing. Mathematically, the Saints are still very much alive, but we all know they're dead in the water. Dennis Allen was asked Monday if he's surprised where the team is.
Yeah, I don't know what that term is, surprised. I don't know if that's the term or whatever, but not happy. Not happy with where we're at. I think there's a better football team in there than that. But look, your record is what your record says you are, and we're at that point in the season. But like I said, look, we got five games left. It starts with a Monday night game against division rival in Tampa Bay, and we're going to start focusing on getting ready for those guys.
It's really difficult, man. Because Dennis Allen seems like a really nice guy, and I think as a defensive coordinator, he was exceptional. He's a huge part of turning this Saints team around from those back-to-back 7-9 seasons to what they become over the last half decade. He's just a guy without answers. It's abundantly clear, even when you listen to him there. Are you surprised by the record? Well, I don't know what that word means. What the word is? What do you mean you don't know? Are you surprised? Like, did you think you'd be better than you are at 4-8? Yeah, the answer is yes. You thought you'd be better. I mean, there were people who were projected. Didn't Bart Scott project the Saints to go to the Super Bowl? Wasn't it Bart Scott? I mean, you were seeing sleeper picks because there was an argument to be made for this team, and I got it. I mean, and not to rehash this whole conversation, but again, I'm not criticizing the hire or any of the decisions that were made with the benefit of hindsight, because a lot of them I understood at the time, and I felt this organization deserved the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you had great culture. Hey, retain Dennis Allen. He had been a failed head coach. Yeah, but he was in a terrible organization. Now he's got a good roster. He's been here. Second go-round. He can improve. You can look at coaches who got a second chance, how they've improved the second time. There were a lot of reasons why it made sense. A lot of reasons. Thought you improved your roster. You had a Jarvis Landry. May and Matthew, you had new safeties. You bolstered your offensive line with Penning. Now, his injury missed most of the season. You had Chris Olave. You have a objectively better quarterback situation than you did a year ago. And you were 9-8, there's a lot of reason to think that this team would get going. But you haven't. And Dennis Allen's mismanaged a lot of it. He's mismanaged a lot of the roster and handling situations, not just in-game, but throughout the week. And always met with the media, and there's just not a lot of confidence there. You could tell. It's just not there's nothing that gives you any degree of confidence that they're going to turn it around. A couple of other things he talked about. Number 3, please. This was Dennis Allen, for watching the film, his thoughts on the job Andy Dalton did against the Niners.
I'd say overall, I'd say solid. I thought he did a good job of creating some things with his feet when the protection did break down. I thought overall the protection was pretty good. I thought he gave our guys some opportunities down the field to make some plays, and we just didn't make enough plays in that game really to give ourselves a chance.
Andy Dalton was 18 of 29 for 204 yards. You scored 0 points in the ballgame. Your drive chart was 4 plays fumble, 4 plays punt, 5 plays punt, 3 plays punt, 3 plays punt, 2 plays into the half, 12 plays missed field goal, 12 plays fumble, 9 plays downs. I mean, it's fair to say, well, what do you want a coach to say? You want him to go into the press conference and crap on his players? No, I don't expect him to. But I also don't know how Andy Dalton has earned any benefit of the doubt. You know, if the conversation that you were going to have at the beginning of this season, or excuse me, when the Jameis conversation started about 2 weeks ago, right? With the interview Jameis gave to Mike Triplett, and then Jameis talking to reporters about losing the job due to injury. If the explanation that Dennis Allen was giving was that the offense was playing well, the offense isn't playing well anymore. And if you've decided that you've moved on, okay, and maybe their actions are tacitly telling us that they've moved on. And if that's the case, that's the decision the organization has made, fine. But don't continue lying to me. Just tell me you've made a decision that you're going to go in another direction, and you can live with that. And then you'll reassess after this year. Okay. Like, I can live with that. What I can't live with is you continue to try to feed me this narrative that Andy Dalton's playing well, or that he gives you the best chance offensively, and a game where you get shut out for the first time in 20 years, and you're going to tell me the quarterback played well in the game, was solid. I mean, there's no reality by which a team can get shut out, and you're going to tell me the quarterback play was solid. So, man, look, I mean, I get it. Alvin Kamara fumbling twice is crucial. Will Lutz missed a field goal. I get it. You had an interception that would have put you inside the 5-yard line, taken away. There were opportunities they had to get points that weren't Andy Dalton's fault. I get that. So it's not the shutout alone. But you were not a good offense for a half plus of football. And I just don't know how it gets better, man. It's harder and harder to talk about this team, and I think I'm just thinking out loud a little bit here, that we collectively have to make a decision, or maybe I got to make a decision, how much we're really going to sit here and talk about the Saints much more, because they're not interesting. I mean, a bad football team that keeps losing with a coach that's in over his head and a quarterback that you're riding with despite the fact that he's not good, it's not interesting. I mean, interesting would be if they make a change and reinsert Jameis against his former team and the team against which he tore his ACL last year. That would be interesting. If they fire Dennis Allen, that would be interesting. I'm not advocating it right now. I'm not saying fire the coach in the middle of the year or anything. I'm saying I'm looking for interesting storylines with the Saints, because a 4-8 football team that's going nowhere fast, it doesn't appear to be, that is just finding new lows. Not interesting, man. And honestly, it's getting less and less relevant to talk about with every passing week. So they'll play on Monday night, national stage against Tom Brady and the Bucs. See if they can get on track in some way. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.